There are a lot of questions up here, but, oh, now this one, I think that's probably the same question. Now this question, what are your thoughts that the Prophet was dark-skinned, and how do the Arabs respond to this? Now I don't believe the Prophet was dark-skinned. I don't believe that. However, to describe the Prophet as white is wrong. You can't describe the Prophet as black either. Describe the Prophet as black is wrong, describe him as white is wrong. Because both of those words are loaded. They have too much baggage with them, right? The Prophet was not a European, right? He didn't even come close to looking like a European, right? But he also wasn't an African, right? And so there are many different narrations. Like, of course, the more mainstream books on the description of the Prophet, peace be upon him, describe him as being a person of lighter skin. Some actually even describe him as white. But there are many different hadiths. And Imam al-Tirmidhi, in his collection, he has a hadith from Anas bin Malik. It says the Prophet kana asmar alone, that he was brown. Right? That he was brown. And so what happens is that when you take in the different narrations, some people say, well, I think these are better than those, right? Something happened. I prefer these over those. And so basically, Imam al-Bayhaqi and Ibn Hajar Asqalani, both of them tried to reconcile between the various narrations. And so Ibn Hajar, he says that what it meant was that the Prophet, if you happen to see him at night, in the night, right, then he might look like he was white because there's no sun. But in the daytime, because he did have somewhat of some color in his skin, right? But the sun was shining on him, he looked brownish, right? So, because he was a lighter skinned Arab, you see, but he wasn't white. You know, so I think it's a big mistake to describe the Prophet as white or black, that we should stop doing that. The Prophet was not white, and you hear a person say that, you check them. You know, it's like, no, white is a very problematic word. It has a particular connotation in English. It's not a good translation, even if abyad, you know, means white. And then when we take into consideration as well the very fact that I mentioned earlier, that the linguists, when they say when someone is called white or said to be abyad by the Arabs, it is a reference to their character. It's a description of their character. So there's a possibility that that is what actually was a reference to, when in fact the Arabs themselves didn't refer to themselves as abyad, you know, as white. You know, they referred to themselves as Arabs, right? Or they might describe themselves as Adam or Asmar or Adham or Adlam. There are many different words they would utilize, but they all are levels, shades of color. You know, this was the overwhelming majority of the Arabs from the prophetic era. Perhaps one more question.